Vegas. Vegas. Lil Vegas.
Heavy hitter, suckers.
Vegas, let's go.
Unplug the phone, girl, so we won't be disturbed. The way I want it, baby, it's just you and me. Run your finger through my hair, girl, and love me down. 'Cause your loving is the only thing tonight, girl. Come get you right away. Can't wait to see you looking lovely. I hope you're thinking of me. Cause all I want is time with you and don't need nothing more.
I see you cross the room, talking to some man. I love your mannerisms, babe. The way you handle them, oh, I'm so proud to be you. So attracted to you too. You're so damn good to me in everything you do, 'cause I am so in love. Oh, I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love. Oh, baby, I'm so. Listen, I'm so in love with you that I can't help myself. Can't help it.
As long as it's me and you, we don't need nothing else. Oh, well, I got you. Got you. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, let's make it last forever.
know you had work, but I would love for you to stay with me for a little while longer. I'm asking a lot, but I don't want you to go away.
I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And they know.
Schaefer, that's a hit.
For real.
I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show it if you wanna learn some. Sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day. It's time to turn it up a notch.
Turn it up.
Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's new day. It's time to turn this bitch up a notch. I was created to be what they can't be. These hoes so worrisome like some gum at the bottom of my feet. Bitch, get the fuck up off of me. Dragging these hoes through the dirt and the concrete. Anything it takes to get a bum bitch up off of me. I told her hating hoe on a TV screen. It's the only way she gon' see me. It's 2024 and it's a new wave. I got 365 days just to get paid. It's time to cut you hating hoes off like a fresh fade. Get to a bag. I can do this shit like Eric Reed. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show it if you wanna learn some. Sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. If I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show it if you wanna learn some. Sit back and listen to me flow.
What? I was gonna hit it. What's going on, y'all? It is 7 o'clock hour, and y'all know what time it is. It is the Real Raw Let's Talk hour. It's Real Raw Let's Talk time, okay? I hope y'all been having a great week. For y'all that's just tuning in, okay, I'm your host, T Pretty Smile, and I am here tonight, y'all, with not only a really deep, needed conversation once again, but I got some fabulous guests, and we're gonna get to it. But first, let's get to the church announcements. You already know. go. Now, y'all have made it to Thursday. It is almost Friday, which means what? The weekend, okay? And you know what happens on the weekend. You don't care because it's the weekend. You ain't got to work, you ain't got to do nothing. It's just the kids. That's it. So I'm glad y'all are here on Thursday to make it to Friday. Give yourself a round of applause because you done made it. You done made it. It's almost the end of the week, y'all. We gonna make it, okay? Now, not only that, but we got some more announcements and we gotta talk about them because it's some big things going on this week and next week. And your girl gotta keep it real and give it to you, okay? Now, first and foremost, let's talk about this networking event, okay? Now, I know y'all probably seen your girl post it because I have, okay, quite a bit some time, quite a lot, okay. Now, look, there's an event on the 10th, okay. That is, yeah, thank you. Jason be having my back. Jason be getting me together. Thank you, Jason. Now, look, y'all, there's a networking event launch party hosted by Yana Hannah. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't play about Yana, so I want to see y'all in the building. You're all black, okay? Don't come in there with all 55 different colors. She said all black, and that's what we're gonna do. It's come in all black, okay? Now, this event, I'm asking if you're a podcaster, a content creator, if you just want to come network and you want to, or come support, okay? This is where you need to be on the 10th, this weekend, okay? Come in your all black, ready to have a good time. And Yana, just big shout out to you, baby. I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy for you. And I just can't wait because you know I'm gonna be in the building to support you and come out and network with everybody. So if you're a podcaster, this is the place to be. Okay. If you're in the movie industry, this is where you want to be. So I expect to see everybody. Okay. I expect the DF Dub to come out and do their thing and support her. Okay. So my girl, Lil D, gonna be hosting as well, and y'all know she comes with the vibes to get us right. So I want to see y'all in the building. All right. Now, next, what we got on our church announcements. And by the way, this event is from 8 to 11. So get your babysitters in line. Okay. You got a day to get your babysitters in line. I need you to come in quarterly. Okay. Now look, we got another event called the Purpose Conference. If y'all remember, oh, we'll actually go to Gigolo. Let me tell y'all, well, we can go to Gigolo. We can go to Gigolo. You want to do purpose? Okay. Okay, we're gonna put some church in here with it, y'all. Now look, I know y'all saw Miss Dana came on a few weeks ago, and she came on talking about your purpose, the purpose conference. Y'all, if you're just trying to find out more about getting connected with God, not only that, but finding out what your purpose is. A lot of times it comes from the things we go through the trauma, or it comes through what we experience. If you are looking to just redefine yourself, or maybe even again find that purpose, find the why in your life, okay, come to this purpose conference. It is going to be a time. And it says for women, but it's not only women. If you are a man and you need to figure out what your purpose is and how God has aligned you, and what's your talent, what's your goals, this is the place to be. So me and you are welcome, okay? Now we're gonna have the owner from the cake bar, and I cannot wait to meet her. I know her line be outside the door and like on the sidewalk around the building. I'm excited to see her and meet her, so I can't wait for that. They're going to be mind dancing. There's going to be song leading. There's going to be prayer, connection, network. There's a lot going on at this conference. There's going to be swag bags. There's also going to be a panel. Lunch is included. Okay, y'all, make sure you go ahead and hit your camera so you can download the link so it can send you over to Eventbrite so you can be in the building. It's going to be at the MLK Community Center. Um, and I think this is a really good event, Miss Dana, and I'm going to be there to support her. And she's also having an auction. So she's also having a auction that she's going to be doing there. So you guys, again, another opportunity for you to come out and support. Now, last but not least, okay, we got the Gigolo. The Gigolo movie premiere, okay, is April the 18th. Y'all have seen the photos, y'all seen it. I know y'all seen the men glistening and sweating, and y'all been ready to come and see them. Okay, this is where not only will you able to support a great film, you're gonna be able to support directors, the actors in this cast. Big shout out to all of y'all, and big shout out to Kendra Rainey King and her husband Damon King. I call them the dynamic duo because their films just hit different. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. They films and just seeing them on set and how they interact as husband and wife on set is just a beautiful thing to witness, to see them and how they create these masterpieces. So I look forward to seeing everyone there. Again, that is on the 18th. You can go to Kendra Rainey King's page, or you can go to my page and you'll see the link there as well, so you can get your ticket. Okay. I definitely want to see y'all in the building. Who don't want to dress up? Who don't want to dress up and go out and see a film? Okay. With some sexy men. Who don't do it? Who don't? Now look, now let's talk about Tubi Tuesday. Let's talk about it. This week's Tubi Tuesday, or last week, y'all saw Karma in Heels. Karma in Heels, if you're looking for a film that just show you the strength of a woman, this is the one. This is the one, okay? Karma in Heels, also directed by Kendra Rainey King and Damon King. Again, the dynamic duo don't miss, okay? Ladies, this is it's not just a film for the ladies. It's a film for anybody, honestly. This film hit home. The actors, y'all did a great job. A chef kiss. Y'all did a wonderful job. So y'all go check out Karma in Heels. Last week movie was, what did we get last week's movie? Last week movie was, I forgot, y'all. I'm sorry. I forgot what last week's movie was. But y'all go check out Karma in Heels. We're actually gonna do the movie premiere, the movie right now, the trailer. So you guys stay tuned so we can watch that. And then I'm gonna come back with these men because tonight we got some stuff to talk about, okay? We're talking about hubbiness. Okay, all things hubbiness. So I hope that y'all stay tuned. Go get your drinks, refill your cups, get your snacks, okay? Because tonight we coming to talk. So y'all make sure you stay tuned, watch the trailer, and come back with your snacks, and we're gonna be ready to go. This week category winner is Kendra Rainey King, and she's bringing us this week's Tubi Tuesday with her movie Karma in Heels. How this movie so good it's gonna knock your hair back. Think I'm lying? Look at it. Look at it. And go get that comfy wear and get them snacks and come on back. Charisma comes to the DFW so she can go to college, and she meet this fine man named Lucky. They start spending time with each other and everything, and they get the date. Lucky get this job offer where he can make millions of dollars out of college, but he got to pledge to this certain fraternity and be in this brotherhood. Now, Lucky decides to go ahead and join the brotherhood ministry. Lucky become real invested in this brotherhood, and he started neglecting his girlfriend Charisma. One of his fat brothers see that Charisma getting in the way, so he need to make a play so she can get out the way. How these sorority sister helpers, they end up getting Charisma drunk. The brotherhood of Huku Side and sat here and ran train on him. Now Lucky didn't know nothing about this because they tried to get him up out of there so he wouldn't see none of it. Child, the plot gets thicker. Now 10 years go by, and baby Charisma come back with a new look, new body, new hair, new teeth, new face, new She didn't even change her name to Tempest. When a woman is fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing. Nothing you can do about it. The way Charisma crafted her revenge, and I say crafted because she studied these men. She took the time out to know what they like, what they do to get her get back. And not only that, she got back at everybody, okay? I don't think I'm lying how her revenge was. Her revenge was so calculated. She found out one of the men was gay and stuck a broom up his hoo-ha. Baby, the way that you have got to hurt a woman to stick something like that up your ass, never underestimate a woman, okay? Don't underestimate a woman. Baby, she learned. She plotted. She had 10 years to cook. If you're looking for a good movie to watch, Karma in Heels is definitely the one. You're looking for great quality, wonderful actors who know how to act and know what they doing, you need to watch this film, Karma in Heels. Come back and comment and let me know. I'll see you next week. Tubi Tuesday.
Your beautiful smile, I just can't go wrong. If only you didn't have to leave, you could relax and chill with me. Let's not leave the house today. I just wanna lay with you. Put your body close to mine. Room service will be on the way. I just wanna lay with you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad you got your snacks. Okay. I think at some point in my life, I need to be a writer. I need to write bars. I feel like I be having bars stored up in me. Like, I be having some good hooks. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm gonna have to put that on my pen list. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for coming back. I hope you grab your snacks. Hope you got your water because tonight is some tea to sip. Okay. Tonight, tonight we're talking to husbands, okay? And tonight I really wanted to tap into black husbands, black men, okay? Because they're often in the back seat. Women, we take on a lot. And I'm not married, so I feel like why not learn from the men that are married, right? So and marriage is sacred. You know, I believe when I first started this podcast, I had a conversation. One of my early podcasts was, is marriage a certificate or is it morals? Like, is there something behind that? Um, and a lot of people say marriage was contract. I mean, I had a big argument with this. So I'm glad to be on the other side to talk about this with the married men today. So today's title got tongue tied. Today's title for this show is More Than I Do. Okay, the truth about being a husband. That's what we're going to title this tonight. I had a different title, but that seems to just be what keeps coming back to me. Okay, so we're going to talk to three hubbies tonight and we're going to dive deep with them. So get your tea ready because they're about to pour us up. I hope. I hope. Okay. So, y'all, tonight I have Kevin Mills. Several times y'all heard me always mention Shauna Mills. So this is her better half, okay? Don't tell I said that, Kevin. But this is we got Kevin in the building tonight. We also got Dr. Jason in, and we also got my cousin Lonnie on the line with us. And I'm excited because it's a big house tonight, and we got deep conversations and I just feel like this is about to be real good with y'all. Really, really good. So first, I want to let y'all introduce yourself a little bit better than I did. And we're gonna start with Kevin. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Kevin Mills. I'm a husband, father of four, grandfather of two. I'm currently a staff sergeant in the Army National Guard, and I are a fitness enthusiast, if you would say. And I love people.
Just had to add that. I love
I
people.
love
Okay.
people.
Okay, Kevin. No.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Lonnie, go ahead and introduce yourself as well.
All right. 20,
You cutting out a little bit.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. 20 years married, 19 charge, um, grandfather of one, father of three.
You like people?
I like them.
Hey Lonnie, your mic is, and I don't mean to say this on air because normally I would say it backstage, but for some reason the mic is coming in and out. I don't know if
Do
it's
you have
blocked.
it covered or
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better.
yeah.
We'll work it out.
Okay. Can you repeat it just one more time for me? I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. 20 years married, uh, 3 kids, one grandchild. Been with my wife for 30 years, and I like people. I don't know.
I like people. I'm starting to feel like that ain't true. I really am. It's a tagline right now. Jason, don't say you like people. No, what's
I'm
your
not.
go ahead, Jason.
Jason Dixon, serial entrepreneur, investor. Uh, I think I live in school since you know me. I've been to every degree program. Uh, I've been married only four now. I'm not like the rest of these two. I only been married since October, but we've been in a relationship for about 4 years now. My first marriage, so I got four boys. One that's one that's a social worker and a director of social workers in Arizona. The other two are one's a doctor, one's an engineer, and my other one plays in the NBA. And I don't like people, and you know it. I'm a loner. I'm an Aquarius, and if you know anything about us, I'll help those that I trust and befriend. But as far as liking people, y'all know better.
Okay. Look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We'll take it where we can. We'll take it where we can. Nah, okay. Again, I really appreciate y'all coming on for tonight. I know y'all had a lot of other things to do. We've rearranged and rearranged. So I appreciate you guys for coming on and sharing y'all knowledge, inspiration, and motivation with everyone. So to start off with, I want to ask y'all, like, do you, with from y'all being married, right? Like, do you feel like marriage has shifted? Like the standards have shifted?
Yes, yes,
Kevin, you on
uh,
me? Oh, okay, there you go.
yeah. I do. I feel marriage more is more artificial than what it was when our parents and grandparents was married. You got people now they want to be married so they can have a status that they're married. You got people going into their marriage and they think reality is supposed to be what they see on social media and don't realize that the stuff they see on
Mm,
social media, people just out there saying stuff just to have an audience, and you don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. You know, and
mm,
it's like people forget the most important thing about marriage, which is what God command: husband, love your wife as God loved the church, Christ loved the church, for He gave Himself for her. People don't they don't preach that when it comes to marriage. They preach, oh, you should love your woman this way, but then yeah, when well, why can't I have a man like that? You don't know if that man is really like that. You don't, because you're not
mm.
there. So I think marriage is not like it was. Like my parents got married and my grandparents was married.
Mm, I agree with you. And I'm this coming from someone who's not married. Like again, the social media, like I've seen on social media, people just the way that they, I don't know. My parents were married, so my mom was married to my stepdad, and I was able to see a godly marriage. You know what I mean? Like an example, a true sacred. I would say like that. And I feel like now a lot of people get married for clout. Like it's
Yeah.
just and get divorced for clout. Like it's just so easy. I don't think people fight as hard anymore to keep the marriage. It's like you do one thing and it's like, all right, gone, divorce papers. And where I come from, I you fight through it. You know what I mean? And that's just what I've seen. Haven't never been married, but I've seen that. So I feel what you say.
I really feel like it's the people that's doing the marriage, the people that's getting married, right? It varies, depends on who you are and where you are in life. Um, and I only say that recently because my daughter suffered a TBI, that's a traumatic brain injury. She was 24, 25 at the time. Her husband was a year younger than her. And the way he stuck by her side told me everything. What it told me was the people that are doing it for the contracts, the people that are doing it for what um, the outsiders say, they weren't getting married for the right reason, anyways, right? So if you're getting married for the right reason, as you said, Kevin, and you're putting God in there first, then that's your marriage. The people that's getting married for a contract or a payday, that's their marriage. And
Hmm.
that's the ones that we tend to see more often than the ones that are fighting through and loving each other. And I only say that because I've been with my wife for 30 years, but I've been married for 20. And it has evolved. Our marriage has evolved over the decades. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
And
just my
that's though, I'm sorry. I was I was stuck on, you know, on what you said about your daughter. And I don't know if for anybody out there that don't know, me and Lonnie are cousins. So if I say something a little different to Lonnie, it's because we family. Don't think that I'm just treating my guests wrong.
Okay.
Um,
We think it. Me and Kevin feel some type of way already, so we
Yep.
good.
Oh,
Yep.
go for it. It's okay.
yeah. No, but I mean, she's truly blessed to have somebody to still to be by her and continue to be by her through the battle, through the fight. You
But that's
know,
what. But that's the
mhm.
thing. That's what marriage is. So I
Yeah.
may be new to marriage, but I'm not new to, like Lonnie said, relationships evolve. So if your marriage
Right.
does evolve, right? If you grow in a marriage, we may start out one way. Like I tell my wife all the time, the very first thing that makes a good relationship is that friendship you develop before you get married. That truth, that conversation that's able to say, hey, I'm going to open up and give you my. And for a man, that's hard to
Yeah.
say. And I think
Mhm.
most men don't do this. We don't have that conversation prior to that says, look, I'm about to
Mhm.
tell you everything up front. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. We don't do that. We have a tendency to jump in relationships. Being a guy that was like this, we have a tendency to let the woman dictate the steps And then what happens when they get married is you start to feel like, hey, I just lost myself as a guy. So when you try to gain that ground back up is when now you're changing in her mind. You're not the person that she talked to. You're not the person she was when you're actually elevating to that next level. And I see that in myself right now because of what me doing all the businesses and building what I'm building. Me and my wife, we spend time together, but half of the time I'm either running the network or flying somewhere for an investment. So the
Mm.
conversation and the communication is the biggest thing for me. I talk to her. We text all day. We if I get in 5 minutes to call her, I just do it because that little bit of time. And I think most marriages, like Kevin said and Lonnie said, they're in this because they want somebody to see them.
Hmm.
But people who last 20, 30, and I'm like you guys, I'm a foster kid, but I got a brother who's younger, a foster brother younger than me. He's been married since he was six. When they get married, 18.
Mm.
And I've seen them go through the ups, the downs, the breaks. I got a sister who was married for 28, and seen them go through and so in my mind, I looked at it like whoever I'm going to marry, I don't care how long it is, I'm in it. And me and my wife, we say this to each other every day. There is no out. There's no divorce. There's no out. We're in this. If you don't like me, go to that other room. We got 5 bedrooms for a reason.
He said, go to the room, to the room. We'll go back in the morning. To the room.
Right. It's times we done got into it, and I just be, and she won't tell me to go to the other room. I just be like, up, not going in there. I already know what that's about. Let me go and lay on this couch.
And see, that don't happen. Like and I mean, it's not like I'm looking at movies. Like you could just go off of social media. Like there is no go to the other room. It is quickly just, all right, we done. Peace out. Grab your and grab mine, and we out. Like, uh, how do y'all fight? Like, what is it? Because you standing like on business with God. You know what I mean? And I'm being real. I'm being a real inquisitive mind tonight. So, I'm curious because is that discipline? Is that because you don't you what is that from?
Conflict management. So here's the reality: as men, we are wired to fix everything. So which means that as men, we are wired to handle conflict. You have some men that don't know how to handle conflict because they've never really tapped into who they truly are. They
I
never
call
tapped
them
into
the
truly being a
emotional
man.
ones. I
Yep,
call them the
yep,
emotional ones.
yep. They're
Mhm.
not emotionally intelligent, so they can't handle their emotions. But when you have a man that actually knows how to handle conflict, that's not afraid of conflict, then we're not quick to give up. And we're not quick to let the one that we with give up because and I say that because not being quick to allow them to give up means that we're quicker to show them that no matter what has happened, I'm still in love with you versus I'm just sitting there and you walk around the house mad and I don't have anything to say to you. That's to me that's
Mm.
weak. As a man, you weak. As a man, you are weak if you just sitting there and if something happened and a simple "I'm sorry" can fix it, and you refuse to go do something because of your pride. That's weak.
But let
And
me
that's
let me
it's
ask you this though. It's
yeah,
not even a voice thing, and I think people get that confused. Most men will sit there and be mad at their wives and won't do the things that we typically do when we're not mad at them. Like, for
yeah.
instance, if I go get me something to eat, mad at you or not, I
Better
may
bring me
throw the
some
food.
back.
I might throw the food at you kind of in an angry manner, but you
I
gonna
don't
get
know about
food.
that. You asking for a divorce? You gonna throw it at her?
No, no, no. You know what I mean. Not really throw it at her, but I
Okay.
may set it down kind of harsh. Like, here you go.
He gonna be in
Just
that
to
other
let you.
room. He gonna be in that other room.
You might
But
want to
no,
go to
I'm
the other
just
room.
saying.
But
But I
I
was
get
just
you
saying
though.
what
For
Kevin's
me, I look
saying.
at it
I
as
love what
value.
Kevin's saying. Yeah.
I
Go
agree
ahead,
with
Kev.
you. I agree with you. Men are like some men are like that. They don't do the same thing they would do when they're not mad. I mean, love is unconditional. It shouldn't be based off if I'm mad at you or not. If I love you, I love you. Because this is the way I see it. I'm mad at you. So did that mean I refuse to pay the rent because I'm mad at you? Because you live here? No, I still
That's
got to pay
childish.
this rent. You know
That's
what I'm
childish.
saying? I still got to pay this rent. So why not still be the man that you love, even though you mad at me?
Go ahead, Lana. You was finna say something. Go ahead.
I I look at it as value. Do you value your wife less when you're mad at her, or do you value her
Mm.
more when you loving her and everything is fine? The truth of it is, her value stays the same because she's just as important when you mad at her as she is when you're not mad at her. So if you value her, you still treat her like she's of value to you. And that means even if I'm mad, I'm gonna pay these bills. Even if I'm mad, I'm gonna go get that food. If I'm mad, I'm gonna take out the trash. Even if I'm mad, I might know I'm right. You heard what I say? I might know I'm right. She might know she right. But if I value her, sometime I might apologize until we can calm down, and then I'll go back, and then we'll
Hmm.
talk about this as civilized people. Because people make it seem like marriage is gonna be easy. No, nobody says it's easy,
Right.
but when you value them, you take the time to calm down so you can be heard and so she can be heard. And that's how you move forward. To
Come
me, that's just to
on.
me over
I
here.
agree.
And I agree 100% on what you said because I think we all, and one of the things that I implement, I've never cussed at my wife, even when we were dating. I've never said nothing out of line. Real talk. And I do that on purpose. Now you laughing, but I want to. Don't get it twisted. But I purposely go out of the way to calm down before I say something, no matter what the situation is, because I feel
Mm.
like that's the level of growth with me. Is you're no longer a girlfriend anymore. You are a person that I respect every day. You're a person that I get up every day and I look for answers. I look to you to push me to keep going when everybody else says this isn't going to work. I look for you to encourage me. Well, I got a lot of friends that I swear to God, one of my cousins just the other day was in the car with me, and he must have called his wife every B in the book
Oh
while
yeah,
on the
he would have been
phone,
shot.
Well,
and
Oh, he would have been
and
shot.
got mad at me because I checked him on it. Like that's your
That's
wife.
what we need.
but
If you, go
been
ahead.
married 20 years, but I ain't never called her a bitch. I've never called her a bitch. I'm sorry.
No, you can
Um,
cuss river in the raw.
well, I'm just saying, like, I've been
Hmm.
mad before and I've cursed before, but I feel like, once again, value, right? If I valued her as a girlfriend or whatever, that's a low blow.
Yeah, something you
Even
can't
though we
recover
might hear
from.
women do it to each other as their friends, but for a man to call a woman that, and maybe that's just the way I'm raised. You know what I'm
Nope,
saying?
you're right.
No, I feel
It,
You
you.
right.
those are things that I say you can't recover from. Even
Right.
though you make up, and I tell guys, even though you make up in her mind, because we know how emotional level the women are, that
Yep.
never goes anywhere.
Nope.
Hmm.
They may say they forgive you, but that never goes. And that one little inch, to me, that one little inch is what builds that other seed, then the next
Yeah.
fight, then the
Yeah.
next fight, because it doesn't go anywhere. So when I say,
Hmm.
I didn't, now take it, I said, I don't say I don't curse. I said I don't curse at her.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
two
I'm
different
just
things.
saying, 20 years,
Yeah.
I ain't have enough time. When I was young, we didn't use curse words for sure. But as we grew together, now I can tell you honestly, in the last 10 years, we haven't had, we didn't have arguments, of course, but not like that. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Right.
And now
Yeah.
we've grown to the level, I'm about to be 50. You go to your corner, I go to my corner. But that wasn't me 20 something years ago.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I'm
No,
with you.
you mad, we mad, let's argue about it. And
Hey,
so
let me
We
tell
with
you.
you.
So I'm gonna tell a quick story based on what you said. So in my 20, I bought my first house when I was 17, right? She was older than me, so we kind of bought it together, even though I couldn't be on the paperwork. Deliberately in my house, I bought a table to fit our dining room that had 12 chairs. So you know how long the table was, right? Because my girlfriend at the time was a fighter. That meant when she popped off, she putting hands on something, somebody. So I deliberately bought the table so when we would have a heated discussion, I would walk around the table till she got wore out.
Try
And in you laughing, but in
say the
every one of
confessions,
my
ladies.
I'm 50 now. I'm 50 now. But in every one of my houses in Dallas and Kansas City and Nebraska, that table still sits in that house. And that's how I teach my cousins and my people who rent them. Like, it's a way to avoid that kind of conflict. And
Ladies, if
it's
y'all see
about
an
teaching
oval
my man
shape,
to mature. To
you see an
mature.
oval shaped table, run. Don't do it. Go the other way. Tell them you want new furniture.
So
Thanks,
for
Jason.
me, I never see my father call my mother that. So I never like I have. And don't get me wrong. I have friends that they call their wives that, or they call their significant other, whatever have you. Call women that. Well, I shouldn't say friends. People I know, because my real friends don't. But people I know that does it, and it make me cringe every time I hear a man call a woman that. People don't like hearing women
As it
call each other
should.
that because that's not who you are. But I understand what women say. It's not like it is when a man get upset and call a woman that. I get that, but I hate that when men call women that. I even said something to a guy like you. I said something to a guy before, and he got upset with me because I said something to him. I said, "Hey man, that's your lady. We was deployed. I said, that's your lady." And you calling her name. He said, "So what? She can't hear me." I said, "It don't matter, but you saying it to me about her. So what type of person do you think I see you as now? You're willing to disrespect her when
Yep.
she's not here. So how are you gonna do me when I'm not here? You got to understand your
Yep.
character
Yeah,
plays a lot in the things that comes out your mouth. He got upset. He haven't talked to me since that day.
yeah, that's
Me
my
This was
cousin.
neither.
like
My cousin,
2019.
my cousin haven't talked to me in a couple of weeks because of that statement. Because he expected me and my wife got into a bit of an argument, but it was over finance. Oh, I don't argue over money. I know that if you make money, it's gonna come regardless of how. If it's delayed, if it stops, you got to be paid, right? So I don't worry about that, and I let God handle it. But we were having a conversation, and I just kind of went to my cousin and was like, "Oh, I'm kind of mad because she don't understand, she don't get it. I don't like to lose money, y'all. So check cashing places to me is the devil. Like they have figured out a way to take a lot of your money for free
Yep.
just
Yeah,
so
they
you
do.
can cash your checks, right? When
Yep.
my wife just came back from LA because her sister had a major surgery that she had to go take care of her, but she was waiting on I get a cost of living check from school, and I got it, and instead of taking it to a check cashing place so I can get you the money immediately, I put it in the bank. The bank said 2 to 7 business days. I tell my cousin that he was like, "When I said, hey, call my wife out her name, and we're gonna have a problem." I said because just because I'm upset with her, you don't have the right to be upset with her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Exactly.
talking to you because I need you to vent. I'm just venting so that when I go home, I can talk rationally. When
Yep.
And the
guys
B
get
won't slip
together,
up.
right? When guys get together and we talk like that, it's so that we can calm ourselves down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
It's
I
not
think
a
as a go
go
ahead.
ahead. No,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no.
Say
Go
what
ahead.
you.
Oh, I think too. It's real. I know y'all saying it's y'all, but I think as women too, there's a little fault there as well because women have become um accepting of it, and not only that, we I ain't gonna say we because I don't say it like that, but they say it to the point where they encourage it, and it's not like I'm calling my homegirl that. It's like I'm praising it in the song to the point where you would think I'm comfortable with you calling me that, and women have become comfortable with that word. So I mean, it is y'all for saying it, but it's we got to have our play and our play in it too.
Can I say something though? Women have
Yeah.
become comfortable with trauma.
Yep.
Period. And let me tell you why I say this. I dated somebody who I would watch her boyfriends be possessive of them, her friends' boyfriends be possessive, right? To the point to where we were going to a certain college in Texas. They had well, Paul Quinn was a college. I don't care about that, but we were there, and one of her female friends, the boyfriend did not come with us,
Mm.
but he was found Paul Quinn has a rock, a big rock. There might have been a
Mm.
rock sitting in front of the school. He was laying on that rock, looking at her through binoculars. To the point to where
Mm.
when we went into a frat party, he came in his pajamas and snatched her out of there. And the girl I was with said exactly this: "I wish you a little bit more like him. He cares more."
Wow. That's not caring.
Mm.
That's abusive.
Very
But
much
I,
That's
so.
domestic
but
violence.
what I'm saying, Kevin, is women have literally that level to them is love now.
Yep.
If we're not fighting, if we're not arguing, if we're not doing this, then you don't love me enough.
That's true. That's true. I was just recently deployed from 2023 to 2024. We had a young soldier over there and another soldier in my unit. We overheard her talking about how if her baby daddy didn't hit her, then that mean he don't love her. And I
Yeah,
wanted so badly to say that is not real love, but I knew in that moment it was my place to say anything because she was with a bunch of other people. Now, I never got the chance to say anything
Mm.
to her, but I didn't want to be the one to be like, I'm trying to embarrass her in front of other people.
But that's me. But
Wow.
as a man, and you sit back and you watch it, and I've been watching it over. You know me, T. I do my research, so over the last years, decades, I've been seeing that grow because the woman comes from a probably not such a great background, so they get with the guys that don't really look at them
Hmm.
that well. And those women become the toxic women who get around other women and be like, man, F your husband. We going out tonight. It's girls' night. I
Yep.
just told my
Mm.
homeboy now, I said, in the time that we live in right now, and you guys may not agree with me, but I'm going to say this anyway. In the time that we live in now, I'm scared to let my girl have a girls' night.
Yep. I agree.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Because of what?
How
The
toxic
company
it
she keeps.
is.
The company
I
she
The,
mean,
the
it's
keeps.
other,
multiple reasons. I'm just curious to which one.
toxicity for one, the fact that I don't know if all your girls really like boys,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. Mm.
or if you like my girl. I'm just saying. It's what it
I,
is.
I thought you
yeah.
were gonna say
Yeah.
something more serious, Kevin. I thought me not Kevin Jason. I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, yeah, maybe you don't know if you really like my girl. Like maybe you don't like her. You know, y'all gonna fight her. You talking
No,
about
I'm
they may
saying,
be gay? What?
yeah, that's the world we live in right now. I
That's
done
true.
seen girls come home and literally, I have a story to tell about that, but I can't because it's a family member that I love dearly. But literally, I've seen it happen where the husband was literally sitting around not knowing nothing, and the whole time the person that's sleeping with with this person is right in front of you, laughing, joking, playing it. But when you walk away, when you go to work, they in the room.
I
So
can't
a
say you're
lot of time,
wrong. I just
huh?
feel like that tells you about the level of the marriage, though.
Right, and
They
I
will
agree.
the person who allows somebody to be so disrespectful to their partner, to be around them, smiling with them. That ain't the
Hmm.
only person that's wrong. It's the
Yeah.
other person too who was conniving enough to bring their extramarital person around the person they supposedly value. Once again, value. That word value is important.
Exactly.
If I
Yep.
valued you, I wouldn't have did that. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yep.
definitely feel that.
And one thing I stated, and Lonnie, I know you agree with me based on how you feel about value. I tell a lot of women, you could say the word love to a man a whole lot, and it means absolutely nothing. There's a
I told my
word.
wife that.
There's a
So
word that's more
Wait,
powerful.
you told Shauna that? Why would you say
Yep.
that?
Because it is.
respect.
There's a word.
Yep.
Respect is more
There we
powerful
go.
to a man
Um,
than love
I
is.
Yep.
don't, I didn't know I
I
was
was.
gonna be on the channel with twins of mine, but
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
in the evolution of being married, for me, respect is way more valuable than love because if you respect me, you will love me the way I
Yep.
need to
Mm.
be loved. But
And
a
it.
lot of people say I love and then love changes. Finances may change love. How you feel mentally may change love. What you went through, because people have death and loss and stuff like that, that may change the way they love. But if you respect me enough, when those changes happen, you'll make me
Hmm.
a part of instead of trying to handle it on your own or going to your friend who may be a guy from work or going to your girlfriend who ain't never had a man in the last 10 years. So
Hmm.
their advice
Not
won't
10
be
years, Kevin.
something that's
Not
significant
10
to
years,
you.
Lonnie. Not 10 years.
She been
Lonnie
lonely for a
says,
long time.
Lonnie says she ain't had a man since a man birthed
She's
her.
selective.
Yeah.
She's
Yep.
selective, okay?
Yep. And
So I think it's not that she's selective. What happens is she's been scarred for so long when she was younger. She went through so much, and now she's older, and she's not letting those traumas go, and she hasn't healed properly. So the advice she gives is about next as close to the garbage can as they can be because you're getting garbage from a bad source.
yep.
So how are you supposed to get
Mm-hmm.
something good from a bad source? Now, bad sources can give you good advice because the bum can tell you something right too. But for me, when this woman has been so scarred, you have to look at where's her information coming from.
Yep.
Is it coming to help you or is it coming from her place of
Uh-huh.
trauma? And
Yeah.
dudes
And
do the
not just,
same thing.
and I'm gonna say this,
We
not
They
get
just,
do.
scarred and you know
Y'all get in that huddle.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
not just, but not just from the women. Guys, we do the same thing. Guys
True.
hold on.
That's what
I
Lonnie just
tell
said, yeah.
guys all the time. I tell guys all the time when you've been badly damaged, guy, men who mature, like what Kevin said, men who are mature, will analyze a problem, look at the situation, solve the problem, and say, okay, I'm done with it. Let me pack it up in this folder and get rid of it.
Yep.
But when you're not emotionally secure in that aspect, you have a tendency to let things linger. So as those things
Yes.
start to linger, the anger starts to grow.
Yep. Yep.
I'm a foster
Mm.
kid. I told somebody, I just told my wife this the other day. I had to learn to let things go, or else I would have been stuck in life. How many men, and I'm asking my two guys, how many men you know, think in your mind, that are stuck in their childhood right
Yeah.
now?
A lot.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
A lot.
when you
A
really
lot.
think about it, um, most people feel like somebody's not stuck because they may be financially successful. That's
Hmm.
Right.
not the case. When they're, like you were saying, emotionally mature, and they gather stuff and they understand I've been hurt and they've had actual healing going on, then they're better. But a lot of people say, "Well, I'm making money now, so I'm all right." No, you making money just says now you are a kid that made money, and now we're gonna see how you react. Look how many people that are in professions that get paid tons and tons of money do some of the dumbest stuff ever, right? And you're
Yes.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I would have
Yep.
never did that.
Hey,
So
Yep.
money brings out the worst in you. That's the
I
The
think
root of
problem.
money
all
brings out
evil.
who you really are.
Yeah,
True.
who you really
True.
are.
So
It
if
brings
you
out
are
the
worst, if you are a bad person, this is gonna bring that out. If you're a good person, it's gonna bring that out. It's just gonna tell people who you truly are. That's how I feel like. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, mentally, there are so many men that's just stuck and they don't know how to move forward. It reminds me of the old man sitting on the porch talking about what he used to have when he was in his 20s, but you're in your 60s now. You haven't got out of your 20s. That's why you
yep,
haven't made it anywhere in your 60s because you're still back in your 20s. Like I'm 46. There's guys my age that still seniors in high school mentally, still
yep.
seniors in high school because
yeah.
they haven't been able to move
Still
on.
think
And
they
they
got it.
live,
Yeah,
and
you
they
And
don't
some
have
of
the
live
them
their
live
mental
because that's where they
maturity
were
to do
most
so.
successful in life at though.
yep,
True.
They were
True.
the man as a senior in high school. You
yep.
know, they
Yep.
was the guy that all the girls wanted, all the other guys wanted to be, so they never developed. And
Right.
that's
Yep.
Come
True.
Absolutely.
on. Y'all, this man is talking tonight. Hubby's is hubbying, okay? And
Yep.
I'm loving it. Okay?
And then
We having
not
a
not to go back in time, but to talk more about the respect thing. Like he's right about that when it comes to love and respect. The Bible said for husband to love your wives. It said for wives to respect your husband. It don't say anything for our wives to love your husband at all. It doesn't
Ever.
say that. It
mm,
said wives respect your
When
husband.
when you
And
try to
he's right
have
with what
this
he said because
conversation,
do you
go ahead.
reciprocate what you get? If you respect me, if you respect me, the respect I show to back to you comes out in love. I love you. The love that I show to you comes back to me in respect. That's the way God designed us.
come on, Reverend.
And to answer what you said at the beginning of the show, how come people are so quick to run away? Because they don't understand the two. Men
Yep.
are up here trying to get women
Okay.
to love them
Hmm.
rather than respect them. So that's where it comes from. Oh, men will get out here and flash their money and show you and buy this and buy that because I'm pulling on your heartstrings.
Yep.
The violence comes out of that relationship because the violence come out of a relationship like that because while I'm pulling on your heartstrings, you're not filling back into my cup, and that cup is the respect factor because you get up and you dress in the slinky dresses and you go out here and other men are looking at your body and craving you and doing this and do that. So the guy in his head starts formulating
Yep.
and a plan because now
Mm,
I have nothing but for my demons to eat off of because when I'm not around, who are you wearing that dress for? Why you got to go out looking like this?
Hmm.
I tell beautiful girls all this all the time. Ones that think they're models. I've been around. I did enough fashion show guys and been around enough models, and I tell people, if you want to date somebody with true messed up trauma, date a model. You'll figure out what you don't want. Something that you
mm.
don't think is so beautiful is like gorgeous to you. I told my son this is before we go to break because I know this is what you're leading up to. Um, Before we go to break, I used to tell my sons, look at the top 10 girls in your high school, the ones that's always around, and we all seen it. There's a group of 10, right? They're all around. The first top three are probably the one everybody's chasing after. They're probably the head of the cheerleading team, basketball team. They probably prom queen. They're right. Then in that middle is 4, 5, and 6. They're just the average one, the ones that people look at and say, "Oh, she could do. She's all right. I would date her, but she's more become like that friend." And then it's the last group that you just like. I don't want to date. But everybody knows this. If you grow up a little bit as you get older, When I left to go to college, those ones I was ignoring in high school,
Mm.
the ones that I chased.
Long that blew up after. Made your comeback.
But if we can understand that, because those are the ones that are getting married. Those are the ones that's not on Facebook saying I'm
Hmm.
single. They're the ones that's like, no, I love my husband, because it's a mutual respect and a mutual thing of love. So when you open respect up to a guy, that love that you want him saying, I don't mind about paying the bills. I don't mind about paying rent. I don't care about you having my access to my money, because I
Hmm.
know that you respect me and you're gonna protect me.
I watched. Yeah, have y'all ever seen the show Blackish?
I
There's
love it.
Yep.
there's an episode in
Yeah.
Blackish that speaks so profoundly on that, in my opinion. It was an episode where the family was all together and the wife was fixing the husband a plate of food, and the mama and the friend said something to her about fixing a plate of food, something about you setting yourself back or whatever. And
About on
then
TikTok. Okay.
yeah, so in the story, the grandma started talking. She said how her husband would go out into the world and get beat up and disrespected by the world. At least she can do was have him a plate of food when he came home. And
Mm.
everybody seen it differently after she said that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it at first when I was younger because my I would always see, like my dad would get fed first and get his plate. And I'm as a kid, I'm looking like, well, why we ain't eating first? Like, why we ain't eating? Let us eat before him. And it wasn't until I got older that I saw why she did. It was the why, why she
Hmm.
did that. And I felt childish for it, and I was childish. You a child, you have childish ways, immature
Yep.
ways. And
Hmm.
I didn't understand that. And after I was in relationships, especially with my daughter, my daughter's father, I would fix his food first when he was a good guy. I would fix his food first because I saw that from my mom. And just being a womanly woman, I would say, not in the bad sense, but like taking care of, who I'm with in a relationship with, like taking care of them, but not being a wife before, as a girlfriend, acting as a girlfriend. We don't do that. But the things of the value that I saw that she put into my father was how, I saw, okay, when I get married, this is how I'm supposed to treat my husband. This is what I'm supposed to
Hmm.
do. Like this is the chain. It's God, husband, and my kids. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So I feel you on that, Kevin.
When we come back, I'm gonna talk about that statement you just made.
Oh Lord. Y'all come back. Get a refill because they pouring it up for tea tonight. Come back.
You make me feel that I need to be in paradise. 'Cause I don't feel the ground. No, I don't feel the ground. But I'm feeling right. I tell you what it's all about. It's great. Oh, you make me feel that I need to be
First thing we need to do is buy brand new fits for you. Make sure that you look good. Make sure that I smell good. Let's purchase 2 new Bentleys. I know that it looks trendy. So glad that it's not windy. Here comes that girl named Donnie. Ask if she wants to go. Tonight's gonna be hot for sure. Big dancing on the floor. Folks tripping, I don't know. Money flying everywhere. Champagne, we won't go there. Bottles popping in the air. They'll be screaming, I don't care. cosmos just fits you to a T. But I just wish that you were sitting right next to me. I wonder what was on God's mind the day that He made you. I know He wrote a new commandment after He was through. But every time I see you, I find something new. But I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just got to have you. Me and nephew Snoop was eating at the serving spoon, and my partner Skinny Back was sitting with us too. And all of a sudden, your body was inside. I couldn't finish breakfast. Now something just ain't right. Now Snoop is looking like, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, I know you understand you've been through a few, but this one was special, a special to me. Is it just my imagination killing me? Tell you, yeah. All I ever want is you. I just got to have you. Now all I really want is you.
Vegas, Vegas, Lil Vegas.
Last time I saw ya, we were together. Do you remember times that we shared? 'Cause I still remember your simple pleasures, the way you move and the way that you dance. It's been too long, much too long, and I can't get you off my mind. Yeah. Let's hook up like old times. Hit me up if it's alright. Weekend, hoping we can chill again, sorta like we used to do. 'Cause you know it's over. Maybe we can. If you ain't got other plans,
Y'all click it off. Serve and protect. All right.
Yeah,
Yolanda.
I'll help you against people, but ghosts and spiders, you on your own.
Y'all, they having me cracking up. Oh, y'all, it has been a great night. We are not done. Actually, we're gonna transition into some more conversation because y'all hope y'all been writing things down. I know I've been jotting a little notes here and there. So if my husband ain't acting right, the one I'm got my eye on, I know I need to go the other way. Okay. But we're gonna come back and bring some more conversation about more this like again, this title that I had tonight was more than I do, right? The truth about being a husband. And there's been a lot of truth being told tonight. Okay. So I hope y'all are still tuning in. But Jason, before we went to break, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was going to say something about a statement you made, and I
Hmm.
kind of hate when girls say this or women say this overall. Okay, so when you date, you're supposed to be practicing as if you're going into a marriage, and most women be like, "Well, I'm a girlfriend, so I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm not, and I'm not, and I'm not, and I'm not." But when y'all date us men, y'all expect us to do the things as if we're your husband.
Hmm.
You want us to pay. You want us to buy. You want us to do this, but you're giving us a list of rules that you're not going to do.
We had to show that we husband material, but
I
y'all don't
can't
have to
even
show
say that
y'all
on
wife
that.
material.
Ooh, okay, Kevin. No, I want to say it like Medea. Kevin.
When, in
Kevin.
true form, when you're dating, if you're doing it right, that's why I love what Lonnie said about him and his wife. When you're dating and you're doing it the right way, what Kevin and them have done the right way, is treated their wives as if they were wives while they were dating.
But see, you can get that can go two sides. They can go a different way though, because
Yeah,
a lot of you got women that are doing the pouring, right? We're doing the active as we're wife, but that's not what we're getting in return from a
and
husband,
and
like or
I
from a
understand.
boyfriend.
Then you're
My
picking
question,
the
my
wrong
only,
dude
I'm sorry to
Yep.
interrupt, but whose fault is that?
Right. Who stop
because
ignoring the
Because
red
But
flags.
I'm with you,
both.
cuz, but do you have to look at it like this? I've been buying my wife shoes since I was a teenager. Why? Because when she was my girlfriend, I was buying her shoes because that was my girl. You understand what I'm saying? Now, mind you, maybe I'm old in mind, but her parents was taking care of her or whatever they were doing. But when I got something new, she got something new, and that carried on into us having a relationship for years. And then once um, we had a kid, and then we did everything the opposite way everybody told us, and we heard like a bunch of naysayers, but it was me and her against everybody else because this
absolutely.
was the person I
Hmm.
valued.
Yep.
And I poured into her because I knew what she was giving me. And at that time, she couldn't give me no money. She couldn't give me no this or no that. It was her company, her presence. When, like, we were kids, she would do like a surprise party for me. No, she had no whole lot of money to make it elaborate like somebody could do nowadays. But the effort was there. So I gave her what she gave me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's not their fault, but a lot of times people pick somebody because how they look, what they do, and not who they are. Cause
Church. My bad.
Tabernacle, okay. No,
I'm just saying.
no,
Hey,
no. I
but
feel you. I
but
feel
what?
you. But I
But
no.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Kevin. I mean,
No,
Jason.
no.
Go ahead.
What I was about to say. So to get into what you specifically said, though, see, remember last week when I said, "Hey, I see guys that just sit around all day while the girl go do the work and the girl do this and the girl do that." You see the red flags. You know this isn't the person for you. But like Lonnie just said, because he fits an image that I have created in my head, I'ma stick with this person.
I
Hmm.
don't even think it's that. It could be that, but I think also it could what can add to it is that if you are someone who you know what, brain fart is a real thing. Jason, repeat what you just said.
But but what I said was sometimes you can add to that problem yourself because you overlook the red flags. Guys do it as well. It goes both
Oh,
ways.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, it do go both ways. But then you also got women like me who used to be who put in the effort, right? But we get into this mindset thinking that we can build a man, build a nigga, right? Or
it's
we
called
can
fix.
fix. There we
It's
go.
FIX. It's
Can't
fix.
can't
Yeah,
can't raise a
that's what's
grown
up.
boy.
It's
Mm.
yeah, it's called and
It,
boy, and for three men to say the same thing, I hope you women are listening.
I hope so, y'all. I hope so.
Because
Look, I'm just
you can't change somebody unless they
Nope.
want to change. Man,
Exactly.
woman, only person you can control in life is you.
Fact.
If you
that is
stop
true.
going, and I think successful marriages that have seen, and I've talked to men that are in 30 years, 40 years, how you make it 60 years? I learned my wife.
Mm,
I learned what her triggers were. I learned what was
mm.
going to set her off. I'm only 2 years in, and I tell my wife in a minute. I get quiet, she get upset because I'm not saying nothing. Cause I just want you to get it out. I know let's be real. Women that get mad at us for something somebody else they were arguing about somebody else did. But
Hmm.
because we said something that irritated you, now you want to throw all that energy to us.
Hmm.
When I learned not to feed back into that is when my relationship became successful.
But
Yep.
I just want to add one other thing. They say the man is the leader of the house, right? You know what men don't lead in the house in doing? Apologizing.
At all.
Yep.
Mm.
That's
It's like
true.
I'm the man of the house. She needs to apologize to me. Well, if you the leader of the house, sometimes he who leads learns how to apologize and
Yep.
make things smoother, and so you can go further.
Yep.
I
But
say,
if you're gonna stand on that post, she ain't apologize to me. That's why you ain't going nowhere. That's why
hey
she ain't
man,
Yeah.
helping you go nowhere. That's why you can't get these
I
blessings
say
that God
sorry
has
so
for you,
much.
because you ain't doing the same thing. You're not doing what you're supposed to do in the crib you in.
I say
Mm.
I'm sorry so much. It should be stitched on my clothes. It should just be in my pocket. But it's
Ain't no wrong
because
with that.
even because like what Lonnie said, even if you're not, even if you know you're not wrong, do you really want to walk around the house knowing you right? Do I gotta fight you so hard so I can get you to say I'm right? I'd rather
Right.
for me to say I'm sorry, you to go back to being happy, and I go back to enjoying my life.
Yep.
Because
I
what?
love
Go
having
ahead.
peace in my house.
Yep. Because
I
what
Right?
love
Hmm.
it.
you guys
Food tastes
dictate,
better.
right?
Everything else is better. The
Yeah.
house look better. You feel better.
Now that the food tastes
The game
better.
I'm watching is
Hey,
better.
dead serious.
Everything is better.
But you laughing, T. I'm laughing with these guys because I was just about ready to say, you ever come home and you know your wife is mad at you? Don't you come home a little slower?
Yes.
Everything takes longevity because you like,
Yep.
dang, I know I don't want to hear this, and you try to
Yep.
find reason to stay at work. You like, yeah, I can do this. Don't.
We walk into
Work
the
might
house,
be
close the
easier.
door softly.
Hey, you come in the house, you taking your shoes off at the front door because I don't even want to know I'm home yet. Can I make it through that? Our safety hat, our safety place in the home is the bathroom. I don't care what
Yep.
nobody
Y'all so good. You know what? This kind of goes into what I wanted to ask y'all next. Like, how did marriage challenge the man you thought you were?
It made me grow up. It made me
Mm.
grow up. So you grow as men. You have this image of what a man is. So you have that image of who you are. But
Hmm.
when you find someone and you fall in love with that person, it's easy to turn away from being the person that she fell in love with. Sometimes it's hard to remain to be that person, especially when challenges and stuff comes up in your marriage. So it made
Hmm.
me realize that regardless of what we're going through, I still need to be that man. Because I was the person, I was the boyfriend when I was younger that if we get upset about something, I don't care that you upset. Them your emotions. They're not mine. You know, that's how I was when I was younger.
Oh yeah, you would have
And
been snipped
this
off. Cut.
and this is my second marriage. In my first marriage, I was that same way. Hey, you upset? Okay, all right. I'm about to go fishing or whatever. If you still not get home, you can have some of this fish, but you just be upset. And I was that man that wouldn't apologize. So being
Hey.
married to the woman that I'm with right now, it made me grow up a lot. It made me
but
realize that. Go ahead.
the right person to do that though.
That's
The right
true.
woman built for you will trigger that instinct that now it's not her telling me to grow up. I'm
Yep.
wanting to do it because I'm seeing who she is.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
want to do for her.
Yep.
And my grow up isn't for, and most men will, if they honestly are true with themselves, my grow up, we don't go make money for ourselves. Let's be real. We could
That's
make,
true.
we will
That's
stay at a
true.
$13 an hour job if it was just for us. Our
Yep.
homes will have men, our homes will consist of, hey, I say it all the time, our homes will consist of futons and everything electronic. It'll
Get
Amen.
be
out of
like,
my head. Get out of my head.
That is so
it'll
true.
be, hey, it'll be a frat house in
Simple.
every man's house in America.
Yes.
Swear to God.
I believe it.
I
H
tell people my dream. I said my dream when I was a kid. It was real simple. To have a place that was apartment, not a home. Have all the bills paid and have food in there. That was it. Coming
That's
from
all
my
you need.
background, that was like, hey, you made it. And it's like people look at me like, you're crazy. I'm like, that was the only dream I had. I mean, but when I got my wife, who was my girlfriend, I learned two things. I learned the word sacrifice, right?
Mm.
And then in this 30 years I'm talking about, I've had one marriage, but I've been married to three different people because we've had several different stages in this
Mm-hmm.
30
I get
years.
that. Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget 1995 when I saw her and I told her, "You're going to be my best friend." And for years, she reminded me of that. You said I was going to be your best friend, right? And along the way, we've had bumpy roads, we've had rocky roads, but I don't know, 15 years or so, it just got tired of fighting. So it's like, how if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight together. So how do we
Hmm.
work this out? How do we start talking and communicating? And when we first got married, we had this rule: nobody goes to sleep mad. Boy, we went to sleep mad a bunch of days. We,
Yeah.
we had to work and start listening. And then once I said, bro, we started going to like reading our Bible, and it was telling me I was the head of the house. So it's like, so you mean all of this is my fault? So
Mm.
being that it was my fault, even when I wasn't wrong, that's where, hey, go apologize first, and then go back so y'all can talk. So y'all can talk. It's one thing to talk at somebody; it's a whole different thing to talk to someone. Because
Hmm.
now
Yes.
there's communication. That means I'm heard. You're heard. Somebody's giving communication. Somebody's receiving
Listening.
communication, and it's the same communication. Because if it's different, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
womp 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 from the Charlie Brown. I don't know, y'all might not know about
Yeah.
that,
I'm
Yeah.
familiar.
but
I know. I love Charlie
Yeah.
Brown.
but when you actually communicate, it's heard and understood, and
Yep.
then you can move forward. You know
One
what
of the
I'm
key
saying?
things
So,
you said
Mm-hmm.
out of that, though, one of the key things that I value is I came into my relationship saying, look, I just don't date to marry. I don't date just to date. I'm looking for my best friend. And
right.
with that, I'm looking for that person that, hey, we're going to fight it out. We're going to go through it because we all evolve. We grow every day. You become a different person every week of your life
Yep.
because
Yep.
something changes you. So
Yep.
with that, you have to understand how to communicate. One, like what Lonnie said, you have to learn how to talk. And one thing I've learned is I'm a great listener. So before I even open my mouth, I want to know what the problem is. And I tell, and I'm honest. I tell, but that's with anybody. T, you know me. Even with the radio show, even with the radio station, I want to
Mm.
know what's going on in your life because that's going to dictate how you build. So I take those same business structural fundamentals and I don't treat my marriage like a business, but I kind of do. I kind of sit back and be like, hey, just like I would be sitting in the boardroom listening to on Tesla's board, listening to them tell how they're going to advance the company. I want to know how we going to advance. What are we going to do different? What's the next year going to be? On my whiteboard up here, it isn't business goals up here. I have 2026 goals. And you know what the first one says? Buy another house in Vegas by the end of 2026. Save $100 a month. Save $100 out of both of our paychecks in an account that neither one of us could touch. Why? Because she wants to buy a house in Houston. So how are we gonna do that if we don't come up with a plan?
True.
And the more we
Mm.
plan, the more we conversate, the more we talk, the more as a man, like Lonnie said, when I started learning that, hey, I bring the energy to this house because we're told a lot of time that the women's energy dictate the house, and that's not true. I found that
Men
That's
out.
not.
control the temperature. Men control that.
If
Men
I
control the
mess up,
temperature. Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I mess up and she's mad, then she ain't controlling the temperature. I pissed her off when I could have
Yep.
just been like,
Mm-hmm.
shut up. Jason,
Yep.
don't say no more.
Yep.
So,
That's true.
I
go
had
ahead.
my own image of what I wanted when I came to the marriage. It was my parents. Like I watched my parents married for over 40 years, and I would watch them sit up at night, laugh and joke, talk to each other all night long. But I didn't know the fight that you had to put in to have a marriage with that much love and success. And I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it just
Mm.
came with saying I do. And
Nope,
then I
60,
realized,
60 years, they
Mm.
both just said, I'm good.
yeah.
You good? I'm good. Hey, I'm looking at Lonnie like 30 years, nigga. I'm like 20 years, nigga. You just at the point where you just like, you good? I'm good.
Yeah. It's so true. Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Now,
But
speaking
you
of communication, I go ahead, Kevin, because I was going to
no, go
say I
ahead.
was
Go
going
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
speaking of communication, I one thing, Kevin, I really um give you a standing O for the way that you and Shauna communicate. The way that you listen without listening is amazing to me. Because I remember one day being on the phone and Shauna's going, if y'all don't know, like, anywho, y'all know Shauna if you don't know. But one day being here was talking about perimenopause, talking about having a panel about perimenopause and talking about all changes that she's going through. And I remember the first day she was going through a whole lot and she was just like, venting and just talking about it. And I was venting with her. And I remember out of nowhere, she was like, yeah. So Kevin, Kevin did this, this, and this. And it was something so small that made the biggest difference to her. And I was like, Kevin be listening, bro. Kevin know what you need. That's your husband. And she always be like, that's my husband. I said, no, his name is Kevin. It's Kevin. When I no matter what she say, it's always that's my husband. Like, and she takes that with pride. And I love that. And I love again the way you listen to her. She was telling me we are talking about the perimenopause, and she was like, yeah, Kevin's even gonna go get educated. He's gonna go, to therapy with me. He's gonna go to counseling too. He wants to go and find out about these changes that I'm going through so that he knows how to cope with me and he finds out more information too.
That's
That's a lot.
that's called
That's
self defense.
Yeah.
That's called
yes.
self defense.
Y'all so wrong. Here I am trying to brag on you, Kevin, and they
Oh
making me look a
Look,
fool.
no, I'm telling the truth though. You know why Kevin laughed? Yes, I'm doing it for my wife, but I'm doing that for pre self defense.
yep,
I don't want to walk into a battle unprepared.
that is so true.
But the fact that, but even that, like the fact that he's taking out the time to learn that and to learn her, like we go back to what Lonnie said, learning your wife and learning that he's not just like, okay, here she go a day with another attitude. Let me just go to another room. He actually taking the time to actually look and see what's going on, to pay attention to, okay, I know when she do this move, I know something ain't right. I know she's sweating a little bit more. Let me go do this. He's learning to how to accommodate the sacrifice, if you will. You know what I mean? Like going through this new level with her, and I love that.
You
But
know
that's
what
what I'm
helped me
saying.
with that though?
Go
I
ahead.
read this book by Colin Powell called "It Worked for Me."
Yep.
Colin Powell was one of the best generals we ever had in the U.S. military. He wrote a book called "It Worked for Me." He talked about his flaws in that book when it came to being a leader in the army, and he talked about how he was at Fort. I want to say Fort Hood, but I could be wrong. But he was at some U.S. Army base, and there was a soldier that did not know who he was, and that soldier didn't know who he was because he never presented himself to that soldier. And he said because of that, he made it his mission to learn his soldiers and for the soldiers to learn them. And taking stuff like that from that book enabled me to sit there and learn, so I can
Mm,
not only better prepare myself, but be a better help when the situation arrives.
Yep.
I'm just a
that's
country
smart.
bumpkin. To me, it just said he valued her.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I said in the beginning. He valued his wife enough to find out what she was going through.
Yeah.
He valued her enough to learn what her struggles was. He valued her enough to once again say, "Hey, babe, if this is a problem for you, this is a problem for us."
To
And when
have.
us fight a battle, it's a little bit smaller battle than
Yep.
when you fight it by yourself.
Yep.
Hey,
Hmm. That's
I know I'm joking.
beautiful.
I know I was joking and playing, but the guys understood what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
I'm done
really,
with you, Jake.
it's really learning your wife. I make it sound harsh because I'm just that person, but really it's just learning. Like Lonnie said, it's learning. I think the value is there, but men have a tendency to take lessons from everything else. We have a tendency to say, well, me at least. I look at every relationship I've ever had from the age, because I'm a foster kid, so every relationship I had from the age of 16 up, every time I broke up with them, I didn't just jump back into another relationship. I was looking at what did I do wrong here? How did I,
Mm,
and when you go into that one and you find that one person, like with Melissa, I'm looking at, I'm constantly every day waking up like, what can I do better compared to who she was with before me?
Self evaluation.
What can I make her
mm,
feel comfortable with? Because as a man, I understand that you hold on, women hold on to. If a man was abusing them, that's a battle you're gonna have to deal with if you choose to love that woman. You can't be like, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. When Melissa talks about it, I sit there, get it out. Let's talk about it. How do you feel about it? It still makes me okay, but I'm not that person at the end. So what I do from there is show her more love. I bring flowers every Friday. I do this on. I know that she likes this certain kind of food.
come
And with Melissa,
on.
it's so complicated because I've learned that I can't buy the woman that buys herself anything, anything. So what do I do when she says,
Mm,
I want to go on a girls trip? Okay, who going with you? Let me buy the tickets. I want to go to the Mary J. Blige concert. Okay, who you taking with you? Because I'm not going.
Right.
But if you want to take your girls,
see,
Right.
that's the
Right.
part. Ain't that you supposed to go too though? You supposed the
no,
whole thing.
let me tell you why. If she understands me, she knows my biggest thing, and I say it all the time. Why am I paying all this money to go to a concert when I'm just good and happy watching your video on YouTube? I don't
Yep.
care about you performing on stage. I don't care about seeing you in person. If you know that I don't care about that, why not go with somebody that's gonna you're gonna enjoy? Now, when it comes to vacations, trips, you know me and Melissa travel all the time, so she's with me on
Mm,
business trips. She's been, hey, let's say this: the BT people, she gets more of a benefit when I'm with them than I do because I'm there for work. She gets to go live the life.
mm,
So it's little things like that that you have to. That's what Kevin was saying. It's little things like that, Lonnie too, that when you prepare, you don't have to be defensive when it's there. If I already
True.
know what I'm up against, then I'm not as mad when she come in the house and I didn't do nothing to her and she throwing stuff around and throwing stuff down. I just sit back like, okay, give her 10 minutes. And then from that
Yep.
10 minutes, I get up and I go hug on her and I kiss on her. Do you need anything? When I took this little 5 minute break because she's had such a stressful weekend, I just ran in the room and was like, "Do you need anything?"
that's what I'm
That she
talking
just
about. Pay attention.
those little things make a difference.
True. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with not to put it into like military practice of terms, but that's why in the military we got this saying: you fight the way you train. You fight the way you train. So if you train hard,
Mm,
when it comes down to a situation where you may have to fight, you already prepared for it. So you don't have to be as defensive as you would be if you was never prepared for that fight.
Right.
mm.
Absolutely.
Okay. Speaking tonight. Y'all, we're gonna take another quick break, but when we come back, I got one final question to ask these men, and I'm really not done, but it's been a night, so I'm thinking we're gonna do part two next week. So they just don't know it yet. But when we come back, I got one final question to actually each to ask each one of you
Okay.
individually, and I want us to get y'all's handles out, business, other podcasts, and things. So y'all stay tuned because the final question gonna blow your mind. So y'all stay tuned and we'll be right back.
What you been up to? Are you still single? Doing the friend thing? I'd like to know. I wanna see you, so won't you stop by? I miss your touch, girl. I miss your smile. It's been too long, much too long. I can't get you off my mind. So let's hook up. Hit me up if that's alright. And we can chill again, sorta like we used to do. Maybe we can. If you got a plan, it's so sweet. Baby, let's sit back and chill. Yeah, give me a second and let me tell you how I feel. It's all around done, you've been stepping out. Running your mouth about what make it think I wouldn't find out. Wasn't I there for you, truly care for you? Maybe my love was just too good. Could've had a good night, love is gone. Now it's back to your head with the 54 11s on. Cause he lace you with the fine. Does he? Does he make you wanna scream his name? Does he hit it from the front to back? Did you let him break it down like that? Should've told me the love was gone. Told me, baby. Baby, does he do it for you? When he's finished, does he step back and adore you? I just gotta know. Cause your time is money and I won't let him waste it. Oh no, no. Baby, just go with it. Cause when you're with me, I can't explain it. It's just different. We can take it slow. Or act like you're my girl. Let's skip the basics. Whoa, no. He's so replaceable. You're worth the chase, yeah, good enough. It's alright. I'm not dangerous when you're mine.
Flow with me. I'm talking VIP. This time I'm with the tonight. Oh, nice sweet as the double G. You and me in between the sheets. It's whatever you like, baby.
I like when you move up close to me, sexy grinding, holding me, real close 'cause you're supposed to be, baby.
I like it when you put that thing on me. Pushing it up on this jeans. Making it harder in between. Baby. Whether it's at the crib or club, it's all up to you. Whatever you wanna do. And it's whatever you groove. Show me how you move. What you gonna do? 'Cause I wanna rock with you. Yeah. Whatever you wanna do, you can choose to play sweet. Or stay home with your stereo. You choose the scenario. Tonight, tonight your situation is your invitation. Come with me, come and go with me. Oh, club, it's all up to you. Whatever you wanna do. Whatever. Show me how you move. What you gonna do? What? I wanna rock. Whatever you wanna do. Just in case I don't make it home tonight, let me make love to you for the last time, baby. Wanna cherish each moment like the last. 'Cause baby, you're all that I have. So just in case.
Vegas, Vegas, Lil Vegas.
How we made love almost anywhere. Haven't I taken you almost everywhere? Think of all the things that we shared in the night. To me, not fair. Giving you more carrots than the baby. Got you there. Anything I've got, you can have it. Baby, I'll do measure. I'll do all I can to keep you satisfied. So just in case I don't make it home tonight, baby. Just in case I don't make it home tonight, let me make love to you for the last time. Wanna cherish each moment like the last. 'Cause baby, you're all that I have. Just in case. Just in case I don't make it home tonight. Just in case. Time, baby. Wanna cherish each moment like the last. 'Cause baby, you're all that I have. So just in case. The last time. Baby, you know I love you more than anything in this whole world. You're my anything, my everything, my wife, my queen. So if something happens to me, there's something you need to know. Just in case I don't make it home tonight, let me make love to you for the last time, baby. I love you, I love you. Wanna cherish each moment like the last. 'Cause baby, you're all that I have. So just in case I don't make it home, don't make it home, I want you to know. I had to stop for a second on the balcony, scoping you down, you're looking fly to me. All dressed up and buying your own drinks and ready, right?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all have been in for a treat tonight. I hope, ladies, I hope you've been in here. Men, I really hope that y'all been here. Not only that, here for the growth, here for the education. And there's been a lot that these men have spoken a lot. We've had a lot of laughs, but we had a lot of serious things that we talked about tonight that I really hope that many of you take home and apply, to be honest. I really do. And so coming back from break, there's a different question I want to ask each of the men, to dive a little bit more deeper into them. And we're gonna come back with a part two, y'all. They don't know it, but we are. I don't care if I gotta come to them. We're gonna come back with a part two because we didn't even dive halfway of what I wanted to talk about, and what we talked about was so good that we couldn't stop it. So, I want to start with Kevin. Kevin, the question I want to ask you is, if your life as a husband, okay, since we're talking about husbands tonight, if your life as a husband could teach one lesson to another man watching this right now, what would it be?
There's this man from Nazareth by the name of Jesus. Get to know him, build a relationship. As men, we like to say that we're patient, but you don't know how patient you are until you actually marry. Because a lot of things in marriages that will test your patience. But I
Mm,
believe that being rooted in Jesus is what makes the difference. I believe like my favorite scripture is Ephesians 3:20. Now unto him that's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think, according to his work. So according to his power in us, he give us power to conquer anything. Like that scripture where it said he has faith the size of a mustard seed, you say to the mountain, be removed and it be cast to the sea. That's true. Whatever the issues that you deal with are those mountains. And as a
mm,
husband, God has given us power to cast those mountains to the sea. But we need to build that relationship with him first. Start praying, read your Bible. You write down what you want God to do in your marriage. Read Psalm 150, Psalm 121, Psalm 91 every day. Ephesians 6:24 to 25. Read those scriptures every day, and say what you want God to do. Decree the blessings of God over your marriage, over your children,
mm.
over your life, the successes of God, the blessings that He has promised us, and run with that. And that will make things a whole lot better, not only just for your marriage, but for you as a man too, because it gives you a peace of mind.
Yes, I love that, Kevin. Very powerful, very powerful. Another question I want to pass on to Lonnie is, I want to ask you, um, if you could give advice to another man who believes they want a wife, right? What are the three things that you believe that they need to know?
One, first, are you ready to, or do you know how to lead? That's one.
Mm,
Two, are you ready for the journey? Because this is a long race, it's not a sprint. And three, do you know how to sacrifice? Because anybody that's married, and male or woman, there's levels of sacrifice that you have to put into it. But as the leader and the husband in that relationship in a successful marriage, you have to know how to sacrifice to
mm.
provide for your family.
Oh, I like y'all coming with some really deep and serious answers, and I love that because I feel like the answers that y'all are giving that are not only true, but it's needed to be said. It's needed to be heard. And Jason, we're finna go to your question, and I hope that what you guys are saying is being taken with all seriousness, and to be taken to spread to others, right? Because again, we love to inspire people on this show, and what y'all are saying is just so much of value, which is why we're coming back with a part two. But we definitely are, because this is very good. Jason, my question for you tonight is, what do you think men should educate themselves on when it comes, to marriage or to a woman?
Just listen. Sometimes the best part is just shutting up. Uh, you don't find that a lot in a lot of men. We want to, because we're men and because a lot of us come from a home where the man is, you do this, you're a man, you get up and you do that. But the thing that we're not taught is to listen. If you just listen, you'll figure out what your person needs and what their wants are because they talk about it. I think we talked about it on the show tonight. A lot of stuff that I know about my wife, I didn't know because she told me or she put it out there to me. But you hear when she's in a conversation on the phone. You hear when she's talking to her mom. You hear when she's talking to the people who truly love her. If you can figure that part out, you'll figure out the relationship and when to talk and when not to talk. Because
Mm,
sometimes one of the things that Kevin said that yes, we are problem solvers, but sometimes you don't need us to solve the problem. You just want to know that we're there if you do need us. But some men have a tendency to not listen for that and try to solve the problem just so they can get out of the conversation.
Mm. No. Wait. No, so what we doing about tomorrow next week? When we doing this? No, because the things that y'all are saying again, it brings me back to why I titled it what I titled it and why we having this conversation. Men, iron sharper iron. That's how I feel. If we can post, the inspire and the motivation, you never know what this conversation gonna do for somebody else that's even thinking about marriage or think they found the right one, but haven't, done the internal work on themselves first. They don't have God first. They don't value the other person. It's the respect. Y'all have mentioned a lot of key things tonight. And once again, I just thank y'all so much for coming on. And I'm gonna say it again, part 2 and 3 and 4 we will have. Um,
She added two,
and
three, and four. Y'all heard that?
I did so it's a series now. So but I thank y'all so much. But before we go, y'all, I want to give you guys let them give them their information in case there's some other brothers out there, some of the men, maybe some of the women need to talk to y'all's wives. We got to get them in line too, right? So I really would like to build a community for those that are out there. If you are not just saying you a struggling husband, but if you need some like-minded brothers, we're gonna say that to talk to vent to see how this husband journey goes. Let's give them y'all's information so that they're able to reach out to you guys or other businesses, podcasts, how they can get in contact with you guys. And we'll start with Lonnie and work our way to Kevin.
All right. Like I said, retired, but you can reach me at or check me out on my own podcast, which is LP's Old Man Podcast. Is where
Woo.
what I'm saying. We talk the funnies, we keep it unfiltered, but we keep it real and honest. And we talk about a whole lot of different stuff. And I just got started with this podcast thing, but it's something I'm passionate about. Um, and when you're passionate about something, it tends to catch fire. So that's where I'm at.
I think you should come to Nostalgic. I got you. I promise.
I was putting it in his ear earlier. Kevin.
Yeah, you can find me at on Instagram at Kevin_Rhino_Mills, Rhino spelled with a Y. You want to talk, the fitness advice. If you got an organization, y'all help the homeless. I enjoy cutting hair for the homeless. I do want to start my own organization to do that. I do have the name. I just got to get everything else in place first.
Yes, come on, brothers. Let's join the journey of Kevin and get these homeless people together. Like, why not? I'm loving it. Come on, Jason.
You guys know me, Jason, serial entrepreneur, business consultant, marketing. Nostalgic Radio is my new life right now for the time being till something else falls in my lap. Uh, if you just want to have a podcast where we allow you to be you, but we also make you look professional, try to give you the best of what you need. If you're tired of running your own shows and doing everything, come see us. You can find us at Nostalgic Radio on Facebook, Nostalgic Radio on TikTok, Nostalgic Radio all the way around. If you're just looking for me and you want to talk about business and how you can get yours going in the right way, just type in Jason with a Y, Jayson Dixon on Facebook, all social medias. If you Google me, I'll come up. I promise.
Jason got y'all together. Now, again, I thank you, brother, so much. I keep saying that because it meant a lot for y'all to, bear yourselves and be transparent. A lot of times men are not like that. They're never like that. So I thank y'all so much for sharing y'all experience and inspiring and motivating others, to really dig into themselves before marriage, during marriage, and how to operate in marriage. Okay. So I thank y'all for that. Y'all stay tuned. Again, y'all follow back with the announcements for this week. There's so much going on this week. We got Friday, we got the mixer event. Saturday, let's see, April 18th, we got the red carpet for Gigolo. We got the Purpose Conference. We got Yana's networking event. There is several things going on. And just FYI, your girl gonna be at all three events. Okay, so come check your girl out. Y'all stay tuned and thank you. And you will see you next week. For real, raw, let's talk. When everybody gets real, who want to talk? Let's talk.
This week category winner is Kendra Rainey King, and she's bringing us this week's To Be Tuesday with her movie Karma in Heels. How this movie so good it's gonna knock your hair back. Think I'm lying? Look at it, look at it. And go get that comfy wear and get them snacks and come on back. Charisma comes to a DFW so she can go to college, and she meet this fine man named Lucky. They start spending time with each other and everything, and they get the date. Lucky get this job offer where he can make millions of dollars out of college, but he got to pledge to this certain fraternity and be in this brotherhood. Now, Lucky decides to go ahead and join the brotherhood ministry. Lucky become real invested in this brotherhood, and he started neglecting his girlfriend Charisma. One of his fat brothers see that Charisma getting in the way, so he need to make a play so she can get out the way. Now these sorority sister heifers, they end up getting Charisma drunk. The brotherhood of Huku Side and sat here and ran train on him. Now Lucky didn't know nothing about this because they tried to get him up out of there so he wouldn't see none of it. Child, the plot gets thicker. Now 10 years go by, and baby Charisma come back with a new look, new body, new hair, new teeth, new face, new She didn't even change her name to Tempest. When a woman is fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing. Nothing you can do about it. The way Charisma crafted her revenge, and I say crafted because she studied these men. She took the time out to know what they like, what they do to get her get back. And not only that, she got back at everybody, okay? I don't think I'm lying how her revenge was. Her revenge was so calculated. She found out one of the men was gay and stuck a broom up his hoo-ha. Baby, the way that you have got to hurt a woman to stick something like that up your ass, never underestimate a woman, okay? Don't underestimate a woman. Baby, she learned. She plotted. She had 10 years to cook. If you're looking for a good movie to watch, Karma in Heels is definitely the one. You're looking for great quality, wonderful actors who know how to act and know what they doing, you need to watch this film, Karma in Heels. Come back and comment and let me know. I'll see you next week. To Be Tuesday.
Schaefer, that's a hit.
For real. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here is the real raw. Let's talk. Show. And if you wanna learn some, sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn it up a notch. Turn it up. Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn this bitch up a notch. I was created to be what they can't be. These hoes so worse, some like some gum at the bottom of my feet. Bitch, get the fuck up off of me. Dragging these hoes through the dirt in the concrete. Anything it takes to get a bum bitch up off of me. I told her hating hoe on the TV screen. It's the only way she gon' see me. It's 2024 and it's a new wave. I got 365 days just to get paid. It's time to cut these hating hoes off like a fresh fade. Get to a bag. I can do this shit like Ari Reed. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show. And if you wanna learn some, sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. If I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show. And if you wanna learn some, sit back